Right, this is broken within the last hour that Dundee United in the Scottish Championship have sacked their manager Ray McKinnon. He's been at the club for, it says, his 17 months at Tannadice. He was appointed in 2016 in May, and they've he's had two back-to-back defeats, and the board have basically said no, you're fired, and that's basically it. I'm not in tune with Scottish football. I don't really follow it as per se. Scottish football's in a mess anyway. Financially, the clubs are struggling, and the leagues are uncompetitive. I'm not going to go into the bad side of Scottish football at the moment, all the negatives, but this is yet another managerial sacking. We had one, obviously, with Ronald Koeman. We've had Craig Shakespeare, Frank de Boer. We've had Mark Sampson with the England setup, women's. There's obviously the reasons behind that, and I've gone into that in depth in previous videos, and that's still ongoing, rumbling on. There's still issues with that. We've had Strachan at the Scotland job. We've had Ancelotti at Bayern Munich, and that's one abroad that we're gonna. And he's been linked with some of the Premier League jobs that are available. Because who sacks Ancelotti? I mean, seriously, you've got to have some serious problems to get rid of Ancelotti in a season. At the end of a season, yeah, I get that, because he doesn't always work out, and he's one of the most successful managers this game has ever had. Ever. The amount of trophies he's got is glittering. His playing career, glittering. So to sack Ancelotti in the beginning, early stages of the season says something about football. This is obviously a very minor sacking compared to the big scheme of things. They're aiming for promotion from the Scottish Championship to the Premier League. Dundee, their city rivals, are doing reasonably well. They're mid-table, and they obviously want to get back to the big time. But they've missed out. They missed out a couple of times now, and obviously the board don't see fit that he's the right man. 2 back-to-back defeats is not the end of the world. He's only 5 points off St Mirren at the top of the Scottish Championship. So I personally, outside the box, don't know other things have affected the decision. They haven't got promoted yet under his tenure. He's been there 17 months. It's not going to happen overnight. I think it's insanity to suggest it would. But if you're not given, you give him time at least. 17 months in football now seems to be like a lifetime, whereas 10 years ago that was a short spell in charge. Owners want immediate success. It doesn't happen like that. It really doesn't. And the unfortunate thing is they've got 2 months until the transfer window opens as well, so they are a bit stuffed for bringing players in. Whoever comes in or whoever takes over as caretaker has got the same problem that you've got at Leicester. The same problem. Well, Leicester I think will be fine. I think it was just they hit a bit of a rocky patch. Everton have got problems. Crystal Palace have got problems. So for those clubs that have recently changed manager or going through that, you've got 2 months till the transfer window opens. So you can't do anything with the squad you've got. You're just stuck with the players you've got. If players are injured, you can bring up some players from the reserves or youth squad and get them integrated. Fine, you can get them some exposure. But at the moment, this is an insane period of time to start sacking managers, because you're between a rock and a hard place. You're in between 2 windows, and this is where I think the transfer system needs to change completely. And I've long argued about structures in football. But this is not the video to do it. But yeah, another manager gone. Who replaces him? I don't really know. I'm not really in tune with Scottish football as much as I used to be. Scottish football itself has to ask sort of long, hard questions about what's going wrong with it, which is a lot of things. They need to work out how to make the Premier League more competitive. Because Aberdeen are giving it a good showing against Celtic, and they have done the last couple of years. They really have stepped up, and they are really pushing them hard. It's just come down to goal difference at the moment. Both sides haven't lost this season so far. That will be tasty when they meet. Which way it goes. If Aberdeen can nick a win, that shakes it up a bit. And of course, Celtic have also got a cup final against Motherwell coming up as well. Motherwell are doing reasonably well this season, so it's starting slowly to not to be a one-horse race in Scotland. Aberdeen are the closest rivals Celtic have got. Rangers are not close enough at the moment. They're reasonably well, but I can see them losing a few more games heavily, and players wanting to leave and get out and go to somewhere bigger for bigger money. That's the truth. Rangers, and unfortunately, Mike Ashley's involved with them, and I've been very critical of Mike Ashley and his involvement in football over the last 10 years. And on this channel, I have openly been critical of his ownership of Newcastle, and the fact that he's now trying to get involved with Rangers and he's given them loans and he's got financially involved really worries me. It worries me that he's put Newcastle for sale. Will he come in and buy Rangers, and then will he do the same to Rangers as what he's done at Newcastle, which has pissed the fans off? And you know, when you've got an empty Ibrox, like an empty St James's Park, and you've got 10 empty seats, you've got problems, because when you piss the fans off at clubs like that, there's issues there. And they don't want him involved whatsoever. The Rangers faithful, they really don't. Hopefully he doesn't get any more further involved, and because there's investigations going on into their financial matters constantly with Rangers, past and present. So watch that space. But no, another Scottish manager, another manager of a league club going. It doesn't matter what league you're in. This is getting insane now. It's getting stupid. Because they've got to pay a termination fee now. God knows what his contract was worth. It's probably not worth stupid money, but it's probably been worth a bit. And for Scottish footballing terms, money is tight at all these clubs. I think Celtic and Aberdeen are pretty financially safe. The other clubs are all scraping the barrel just to survive. And I'm not joking, clubs have gone into administration and gone bust. Since Gretna went bust, look at Scottish football. Dunfermline have had problems, Livingston have had problems, Rangers very famously had problems. So, since Gretna went bust in 2008-2009, Scottish football has had financial problem after financial problem. And it's all come to the surface now. So, this has been 10 years of financial difficulties for Scottish clubs, and this is nothing new, and this is a worrying trend in Scottish football. It's not an attractive investment to foreigners either, or prospective investors. It's not attractive. So there's issues there, and the fact that another manager's had to, as is gone is worrying. But anyway, we're going to leave that there. If you are a Dundee United fan, which I hope there are some floating around on YouTube today, please like and subscribe. Please comment below. If you also have similar concerns to me, place your comments below, because I can see yet another managerial sacking. Some fans be in favour of it and some fans will be against. But we have a problem about encouraging getting ex-players and young people involved in coaching and management. Too many players are pundits, and they've been whinged at for being pundits, but they've chosen that they want to go into the media when they retire, and that is their right to do so. And a lot of them have said, nah, I don't want to do management, it's insanity. Here I've got a guaranteed job, unless I actually say a stupid comment, I'm pretty much guaranteed my job. I have intelligence on the game, and I can give my input on the game. And a lot more of them are obviously going into TV and radio and print media than getting involved in coaching, and there's got to be a reason for that. No job security in coaching anymore. None, absolutely none. It's reached a point now where it's unhealthy, and the bubble will burst. The wheels will come off catastrophically at a club very, very soon, and it will have catastrophic effects throughout whatever league it is. Anyway, enough said. Please like and subscribe, and I'll have another video for you soon.